Hello everyone, I'm Marina and it's Sakramel School. Titanium nails, also known as mineral, powder, or dip powder ones. What are these? A new technology or an old but forgotten one? What makes it different from an acrylic system? We'll find out together today. Let's get into it. At first glance, these natural nails look normal. You can hardly tell that is what they looked like a year ago. That condition was caused by a nail plate burn and an allergy to gel polish. There is a video on my channel featuring this particular model, and it is all about that allergy. So that time I used a HEMA-free gel polish, since that agent is what mostly causes a reaction. The coating lasted perfectly on the model. There were no allergic reactions. Then she removed the coating and used a regular nail polish. But we can see that the nail plate is still a bit uneven on the free edge. And there are tiny air pockets on acollysis. That's exactly why I have chosen this model for the video on titanium nails. Her nails are great for this purpose, since this coating is supposed to suit clients allergic to gel polish, because there is no need to cure it in a lamp. So we will see how the coating will last on the model. First, we need to do a dry manicure, without soaking or using a remover. So I will do an e-file manicure. To lift up the cuticle and clean up the pterygium, I will use a red diamond flame drill bit 0.21 in diameter, and I will cut the cuticle with a rounded cylinder. The cuticle is thin, papyrus-like, and very sensitive. There is a red area on top indicating that the capillaries are closed. So I work carefully. That is the case when I recommend you do an e-file manicure instead of a combined one using cutting tools. This way we can gently polish the cuticle, layer by layer, instead of cutting it. We'd better keep some skin left. Besides, there is no deep subcuticular pocket here. Just make sure not to cut the skin. In case there is a cut, the area may get inflamed through the contact with the gel, which in turn will result in an allergic reaction. When the drill bit gets clogged, I clean it up on the side of a buffer. It gets clean and works more efficiently. I'm using some talcum powder to keep the cuticle dry. This way, it is way easier to file it off. I'm using a blue rounded cylinder drill bit to cut the cuticle, since the red one did not work out here. It was polishing the skin instead of filing it. The speed is rather slow, 5 to 7,000 RPM. In the forward position, move gently. Watch your client's reaction at the moment. Make sure to tell them to inform you in case it hurts or burns, since we can't feel what they feel. So make sure to check in with them. Now I degrease the nail, remove all the dust, especially under the cuticle and in the sinuses. Moving on to the application. The set includes a few liquids. The first one is a bonder that dries the nail plate. This one is different from a regular bonder. Next up is a base coat. It looks similar to nail polish, but it is a base for titanium nails. The next one is an activator, making a coating harder, a top coat for a glossy effect, and a brush cleaner to clean up our brushes if needed. We will also need a dip powder. This particular base powder is clear. And some colored ones as well. I've got a few. Here you can see all the colors, as well as their thickness. Choose the color to your liking. There are not too many colors though, but I'm sure that a client who can't afford a gel coating will still choose something. So make sure to have basic colors. Now let's take a closer look at the powder. It's not an acrylic powder. Its compound and grinding are different. Top quality powders dry fast. They are fine pigmented and silicone free. I've also got this container for doing a French manicure using a dip system. Here we go, just put some base coat and dip the nail into the white powder at a 45-degree angle. Then dip it into a pink one. And here is a perfect French tip. Well, it's not as vibrant as a painted one, but there are clients who like it better this way. Just apply the base coat and dip the nail into the powders. As simple as that. Now let's proceed with the model's nails and do a titanium manicure. First, apply some bonder with quick moves on 10 nails. We can touch the skin with it, though I still try to avoid it, because the model is prone to allergic reactions. Next, we will need a clear powder for strengthening and some base liquid. This powder doesn't have that strong acidic smell, the one that dip powders normally have. So I'd say it's a definite plus. I couldn't smell anything too acidic here. I will do a pink coating. I wonder how thick it will be. Will there be any streaks like with gel polish? First, we take a step back from the cuticle to keep the nail thin there. The application technique is regular. There is no need to align the nail plate, just dip it into the powder. Some may say that it is not hygienic. Well, I agree. But we can sprinkle the powder on top with a brush or a tip and throw away the excess. I will do a gradient on middle and ring nails, using both pink and white powders. In turns. The main advantage of this system is its speed. It is super quick. There is no time to think a lot or align it for too long. Once we have applied the powder on 10 nails, take off the excess with a soft brush. At this point, we can push the cuticle with an orange stick and apply the base coat close to the cuticle. If the manicure is clean and deep enough, we can apply the coating close to the cuticle with no gaps. We should apply the colored powder 3 times and take off the excess each time to keep the brush from hardening. So here we don't need a UV lamp. The coating gets cured on its own like nail polish. There is a range of minuses though. For example, we can't control the nail architecture here. We can't know for sure how the powder will spread, so we'll have to file a lot later. It does lengthen the process a bit, though we don't waste time on alignment or changing hand positions. But without filing, we won't get perfect highlights. Besides, this coating is thicker than a gel one. Not badly, it is more like strengthening with a hard material like gel or acrygel. So here are 3 layers of color, no excess left, but there are tiny lines along the nail perimeter. Now, to make it harden, apply an activator all over the nail plate. Apply it generously, with 1 or 2 brush strokes, to cure the material. And it's not a monomer used in the acrylic system. I'm using a diamond drill bit to clean up pulling in the sinuses, to prevent lifting and peeling. I'm using a 180 grit nail file to even out the surface and make long moves from left to right in one direction. We touch up the free edge at this point as well. It should be thick enough to prevent cracks. Check the nail thickness and evenness. There should be no bumps. So we smooth out the surface like this. Just make sure not to ruin the manicure. Use a drill bit in the cuticle zone if needed. The thing is that any hard material, whether it's gel, polygel, or a dip system, should not be applied in a thick layer near the cuticle. Otherwise, it may peel off. Now I buff the surface to smooth it out even more and clean up all the lines from filing. Here, the surface is still a bit grainy though. Now we need to touch up the manicure with a silicone carbide polisher. Brush off the dust and apply the activator once again. Cover up the nail plate thoroughly and wait for 2 minutes for it to get cured completely. Next, I cover up the nails with a top coat from the set. Apply the first layer with 2 strokes, otherwise the brush may harden. Make sure to dip it into the top coat each time. Even it out with the second layer. Wait for 1 minute until it gets cured. As you can see, there are many nuances here, so I recommend you take a course on titanium nails. This powder may also be used for nail extension or sculpting. I think we should give this system a chance, for the sake of those who are prone to allergic reactions. Also, make sure to check out my previous video on how to avoid them. I wish you all healthy and beautiful nails. Good luck. Bye bye.